Show tonight with a warning, a life and death warning. At a time when the dread of a pandemic seems to have been replaced by a general complacency, it could have dreadful consequences for all of us. First, a warning from the World Health Organization. It says the COVID pandemic is not over. Fresh waves of the Wuhan virus are sweeping through China and they have put the world in peril yet again. And guess who has issued this warning? The one and only Dr. Tedros, the chief of the global health body, once accused of being too China-friendly. Let me now directly get to what he has said. I'm quoting. We have come a long way in bringing the pandemic under control and we are in a much better position, but the pandemic is still not over. 10,000 people are dying from the virus every week. The warning may be aimed at the world, but we all know which country is responsible for the return of the angel of death? The country which gave us this virus in the first place. China. Its lethal wave could soon spill over if we continue to remain complacent. On the show, we've been discussing the predictions. We've been talking about the projections. We've been deconstructing the numbers. But tonight, I want to take you through some videos. Videos that China will never show you. They tell you the true scale of this surge. The first one is this one from Sichuan. It shows the moment a doctor suddenly falls unconscious and lies slumped on his chair as his colleagues rush to help. Watch this. You saw that. This only tells you the kind of strain that China's healthcare system is working under currently, where doctors are unable to bear the workload. And if you think that's bad, then watch this now. It's from an ICU in Chongqing, where patients are lying on the floor, receiving CPR from automated machines with a group of doctors huddled nearby. Then we have this video. It's from an emergency room in Tianjin. Just look at the number of people present. It's a completely packed room with some people attending the patients themselves. China is absolutely mum about these images. It has neither refuted them nor confirmed their veracity. Why would it? It's been more than 3 years, multiple waves of this virus, and not once has the Chinese government admitted the truth. The kind of hardships that people have gone through. In fact, on the contrary, it has covered up the pain and havoc with propaganda. And that's exactly what it's doing now, 3 years later. Look at this headline. On December 20th, that was Tuesday. China says not a single person died. Ironically, it said this right after changing the criteria for COVID deaths. We told you about this yesterday. China is only recording deaths due to respiratory failures now, not due to any other causes. Of course, this will take the tally down. But China is going a step further. It says there's no death tally for Tuesday. From zero COVID, it seems to have gone to zero deaths. What's worse, China's foreign ministry has hinted at enhancing cross-border travel. It says it will provide more convenience for cross-border people movement in response to the times and the situation. Listen to this.
Over the past 3 years since the outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic, we have adhered to a balanced approach and win-win cooperation, taking the lead in resuming work and production worldwide, actively promoting a high level of openness, facilitating the movement of people through arrangements such as optimizing visa policies through fast-track channels.
What does this mean? On one hand, China has stopped reporting deaths. On the other hand, it's talking about making travel convenient. Now, I don't want to sound like a conspiracy theorist, but does China deliberately plan to infect the world again? I know it sounds politically incorrect, but Beijing's track record always raises doubts. Thankfully, the world is now able to see through Chinese propaganda. Let me show you a statement from the US State Department. It says it hopes to see China defeat the virus soon because it doesn't want to see deaths anywhere. Exact words spoken. Listen in.
The United States joins the rest of the world in hoping to see the PRC defeat this outbreak and to get COVID under control. That, of course, is the case because we don't want to see death or disease spread anywhere. We also know that whenever the virus is spreading anywhere widely in an uncontrolled fashion, it has the potential for variants to emerge. We've already seen firsthand the cost of variants that have mutated and that have spread around the world. But third, we also note that what happens in China does have implications for the global economy. And it's important not only for the PRC, but also for the continued economic recovery of the international community that the PRC is in a position to get this outbreak under control. We believe in doing so.
The warning is timely because COVID cases are rising across the world. Just look at this map. As I speak, infections are surging in 5 other countries: Japan, South Korea, the UK, the United States and Brazil. Let's now look at how they're faring one at a time. I'll start with Japan. According to reports, it has logged more than 1 million new cases in the past week. 1,046,480 new cases to be precise. And by prefecture, Tokyo is the worst hit. It has logged the largest weekly number of cases. Next up, we have South Korea. As of Monday midnight, the country reported more than 87,000 new cases. This was the highest daily tally in 97 days. Health officials are predicting a resurgence in the days ahead. A report in the Korea Times says that medical experts have asked the government to prepare for new COVID variants from China. They further added that if a new variant emerges, Korea will be one of the first countries to be affected. This is mostly because of the country's proximity to China. In Brazil, the situation is no better. Reports say the country is facing its 5th wave and the 3rd wave this year alone. Last Saturday, there was a 302% increase in infections from 2 weeks ago. In the United Kingdom, there has been a 27% spike in hospitalizations in a week. The government has identified more than 20 new hotspots. Experts say the country is definitely in the grip of a new wave. In the US, the states of California, Texas and Florida are reporting new cases, and reports say that the Omicron subvariant BQ1 is behind this spike.